Hey, this is Bret Martin. I wanted to talk to you real quick. It's your Friday. You've gone through my 4 days of training. You've graduated now. Ashley graduated you yesterday evening. Some of you became managers. Congratulations. I've reached out to most of you. Anyway, long story short, what you're going to do next, here's what you're going to do next. You're going to go back to your normal life. Duh. But before you do, I want you to think about something. Think about the day you met my platform. Think about the day you looked at my ad. And think about how excited you were about that. So that being said, I'm not asking you to stop your job, get on my platform and come do this full time. Just hold on a minute and watch this for a second, all right? When I was a little boy, my dad taught me how to hunt and fish. And one of the things he taught me to hunt was ducks and geese and pheasant and birds that fly in the air. Hungarian partridge, quail, etc., etc., etc. Inside a shotgun shell, a lot of people don't realize this, is a whole bunch of lead or steel nowadays, or copper. Now you got to hit the primer, that round thing on the bottom, really, really hard for the bullet to go off. And I already cut the lid off that bullet, it's not a bullet, it's a shotgun shell. And what those are, I'd say a couple hundred little BBs. And what these BBs do is they fan out. They start real small like a funnel on this end, and they fan out. Why do they fan out? Because what happens is ducks, geese, especially since they fly in flocks, oftentimes come in these massive groups. And so as a young man, as a little boy, single digit in age, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, 10, 9, single digit, my dad and his crew would always talk to us boys about, don't flock shoot. Don't flock shoot. You have to pick one. And so because we would get the wide eye and get excited in all the excitement of all these birds coming in, we would miss and the elder gentleman would not miss. Now that comes to you in marketing. Here we go. You're going to miss. You're going to look at this and just say, some of you are already saying this is the opportunity of a lifetime. But what you have to understand is you've got to pick one. And you've got to pick it for a little while. That's why I broke the training down so you do a little bit of black envelope each day, a little bit of Craigslist each day, maybe a little bit of door-to-door if you've got the guts to go door-to-door. Maybe a little bit of going, like I said that I did. I used to go to the parking garages on varying different days, depending on what day it was. Tuesday, Thursday, I'd do 2 sets of parking garages. And on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I do 3 sets of parking garages in that 6, 7 o'clock morning hour, putting flyers underneath windshield wipers. So I'm just giving you some ideas here. Now you can go to Chamber of Commerce meeting, you can go to a Rotary meeting. What's to stop you from just doing one of these items for 5 minutes? Do 5 Craigslist ads. Stop, go be with your family, go to your job, live your life. That's your work for today. Now, maybe, just maybe today, somewhere along the line, you find the money for postage and you get some postage stamps and order in some black envelopes. Just order 25. Then that way tomorrow, a week from now, 4 days, Amazon delivers them, whoever delivers them, and you hand out 3 or 4 a day via email. There's nothing to that, folks, with your flyer inside pertaining to dentists or doctors or auto body repair shops, whatever you feel you want to go after. Maybe you even got a natural niche that you want to go after, okay? But don't overdo yourself. Don't flock shoot at all the ducks and geese. Choose one and just do a little bit, but don't quit. Because here's the thing. My ads even say you only need your day job another week or 2, maybe 3. All you got to do is hit one of these and you're done. Our average commission is on a loan close of a little over $108,300, which means you're making $5,000 to $7,000 on that first loan. For some of you, that's an entire month of wages. For some of you, even more now that you're unemployed. And some of you live in a different life where you were adding this to what you're already doing, those CPAs, those chiropractors, the 2 attorneys that came on. I understand that. I understand you're at bigger numbers. And I also understand that some of you can handle a lot more marketing initially up front. But understand this. I was never that way. I went on to produce, on average, over 800 loans a month. Think about that number for a moment. Over 800 loans a month. And I quit in September of 2009. And I did this in this chunk-like interval each day because we had boys. We had kids. I had a life. Hell, I was building a house. I was buying a boat. I might be buying a plane. I might have been buying a car that day. But that didn't mean that I got sidetracked so much that I ended up like Jack in the story Jack and the Beanstalk and, disappeared for good going up with the magic beans. I always made my way into town, did my Craigslist in the morning. That was my power period. Then that way it was out of the way. Did my black envelope in the morning. Then that was my power period. Then it was out of the way. Now I could do my exercise. If I wanted to go down and meet my staff for coffee, I drink hot chocolate, but coffee, whatever, get into the groove of the day. Or maybe that was the next morning, that particular morning where I was going and doing parking garages. But anyway, now you get variations. Don't get discouraged. I went sometimes without loans coming in for a day or 2, 3 days, 4 days, especially initially. Don't get discouraged. It's no big deal. It goes with the territory. And then what happens is the luckier you get, or the harder you work, the luckier you get. Next thing you know, 5 days in a row you have loans coming in. And you're like, whoa, shit, this stuff works. Or if you don't like the word shit, whoa, crap, this stuff works. That's the way it works. Not just in this industry. That's a lie if I said it was just in this industry. Sales works that way. Hell, life works that way. The more you ask her out on a date, the more willing she is to go. The more you ask him out on a date, the more willing he is to go. And that's what you're doing here. Okay? I guess from an analogy standpoint is asking people out on dates. Are you really? I don't know. I mean, look, man, the easiest way to put this is just, hey, my name's Bret Martin. I'm with Mom and Pop Business Funding. Here's a flyer. In the event you need unsecured working capital for your company, give me a call. You can even go so far as to say we close these loans in 1 to 2 days, oftentimes the same day as the application. And if you like the loan, you take it. If you don't, you don't. It's no big deal. How hard is that for you to say that? And if they say no, God I'm talking about ducks here earlier, just let it run off your back and forget about it and move on to those that do. Some do, some don't, and some can be talked into it. I've always found that the ones that can be talked into it are the ones that do it because you had a good solid pitch up front, a dog and pony up front. So anyway, those of you asking about cancer, this is my 4th week. There's my chemo lines, goes into here. These are called stints. I think they go into my. That's my chemo. Still doing the chemo, and then you can see my belly. It's gross. You can see my belly. It's not doing well. I've got a feeding tube there. I've got some bruising there where they gave me a shot the other day, and you can see they herniated my belly button. When they put in the feeding tube, it is what it is. I have 3 more weeks left, and I want to let each of you know that are reaching out to me, it's going great. You know that. I'm answering each and every single solitary one of you as soon as I possibly can, which is everyone so far, I think. Thank you for the prayers. Keep up the prayers. But more importantly, my prayer for you is this. You landed on this platform because you were looking for something. I think that I have something you may want. I really do. Hell, I wanted it. All I did was build an organization within this industry that became one of the top 2 or 3 funding institutions in the industry and the number 1 training institution in this industry. And what am I doing today? I'm answering the people that want jobs just like I did you and inviting them along with the rest of my staff into my next Monday morning training. Now, that being said, if you want to go back to my training, you're very welcome to stop by anytime. Anytime. You have the access code, you have the phone number, you have the time. You don't even have to tell me. Just get on the call. If you need to pick me up, get on that call. Talk to me. Ashley has calls going. Reach out to us. 2 nights a week, he holds ongoing advanced classes. I'll be holding more advanced classes going forward for you. You'll be getting emails. You can just come and plug in. You can listen to others. You can listen to our top producers talk. We bring them in every once in a while and listen, pick their brain and what they're doing. But there's resources available for you here. And this is an opportunity of a lifetime, and you knew that when you found it. So those of you that are moving on, thank you for contemplating being part of this. And don't be mean on the way out. We're here. If you need us, we're still here. Come on back. Come on back. Anyway, I can see my neck for the first time in over a year. I can see my veins. This area here, I had a big mass there. It's gone, all but gone. It might look fat to you folks, but to me, it looks like heaven. Having all that back. Anyway, thanks again for paying attention for the 11 minutes. I hope you have a wonderful Friday. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. If I don't see you, I hope you have a wonderful life. Make it a great life. There's a dash in between the day you were born, the year you were born, and the day you die and the year you die. There's a poem about it called The Dash, and I will end on this. You deserve a big, long, memorable dash. So do I. That's a legacy. Leave one for you. Leave one so that your family and friends remember what it is you did here on this earth during your human experience. Peace. Love you all. Kindness in your direction. Bye-bye.